close to the camera. This is like adequate, I feel like, adequate. Ideal is like probably like that amount of girth. More than that is kind of, I don't know. I think it depends on the girl, but I think
For all the things you love about sex, what is the one thing you hate about it?
Like, don't get me wrong, sex is amazing. But there are times where, as we get older, we drift away from sex a little bit. And we focus on things we enjoy, right? Like personally in our own lives, right? So for me, that's gaming. I enjoy playing games in my spare time. But if my partner wants sex, I don't want them to think like, I just don't want it, get away. It's that I'm just not feeling that right now. You know what I mean? Like, so it kind of feels at some points like a chore, because you want to make your partner happy, but at the same time, if you're not feeling it, right, like you're at an impasse. So anyway, I mean, it'll probably end up happening, right? But to me, that's the only thing I hate about it, is that sometimes it just feels like a chore.
Is after sex, the quick decline in pleasure. So at first you have this intensity, it builds up, and then you have sex and you're like, was this it? You had pleasure, but then afterwards it doesn't last that long. It's how short the pleasure lasts is what I don't like about sex, basically. Now, I'm not saying I personally, I'm a pro, we could go for hours and hours and hours. But after all is said and done, the feeling is just not there. It doesn't stay for long, you don't feel like, you don't feel pleased for long, basically. I think that's one of my things about sex. That's one thing I don't like about it. And obviously all the bad stuff like the STDs and all those other stuff, they're just not fun. If you could take those out, I would enjoy sex more.
I don't know if I hate anything about sex. I think it's really easy to hate sex if you're doing it with someone you don't care about, or someone you're not attracted to, and you're just doing it out of, for the wrong reasons, narcissistic reasons, or maybe for money, as some people do. Then you could hate it. But if you are having sex with someone that you love or someone that you really care about and it's enjoyable, then there's nothing to hate about it in general.
I think God already perfected it. God already perfected it. There's nothing to change.
There's nothing to change?
No.
Okay.
He's already perfected it.
Okay.
The adequate size for me as a penis, the adequate size would be like this amount of girth is like adequate, adequate, this is ideal, this is way more ideal, maybe a little bit more. That's probably ideal right there. Oh yeah, see? Get real close to the camera. This is like adequate, I feel like, adequate. Ideal is like probably like that amount of girth. More than that is kind of, I don't know. I think it depends on the girl, but I think at that point, if there's more than that, you'd have to find a girl who's like bigger than average down there, which is, I'm saying like for the average girl, I'm pretty sure that's like a good amount of girth. But like for length, in my opinion, length doesn't matter quite as much. But again, like every vagina has a different length to it too. So you want to find the length that is right for the vagina that you're in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Lengthwise.
The right spot. Yeah, lengthwise, for me, there hasn't really been exactly quite like girth for me is a lot more important. But enjoyable, like 6 inches is enjoyable. 8 inches too much, 6.5, 7 is like, that's like right when you're reaching the cervix right there. like, you know. So yeah, 8 inches is like too much. That's painful for me. But there are some women, you know, like some women you can't reach their cervix unless you're 8 inches. So it really depends on the vagina, but